This is Coconut. Long time no hear. Without wishing to go into it and bore you to tears, circumstances are pretty much the same, and real life gets in the way of whispering and making YouTube videos. So, continue to do my best, and hopefully it won't be as long until the next one. Anyway, long overdue. Just playing around with stuff here at the moment, and I figured I'd just make a quick one, kind of a half experiment on several levels. I'm playing around with some screen capture programs, and I figure I will make a go at one of my old styled wiki whispers. Older listeners will perhaps remember that I'm a big fan of wiki, particularly the random function, which enables you to look up random wiki pages. Made a few videos on that before, but today I'm going to play around with something called a Wiktionary, which you may have seen or heard of before. Essentially, it's an open-based dictionary in many languages. But what's really cool is that it gives you really detailed information on the linguistic source and things. More importantly, it's got a random function as well, like any good wiki. So, this is pretty much the Wiktionary random page. It gives you a set of links to all the different languages, and every time you hit on a particular link, it will bring you to a random word in that language. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, for crimes against pronunciation reasons, I'm going to stick to languages that I'm kind of familiar with. So that kind of narrows it down to English, Irish, a tiny bit of German, even though it's years since I did it, a tiny bit of Latin, and maybe for fun and kicks, some Scots Gaelic, which is pretty much based on Irish. So I'll have a quick go and let you see what Wiktionary is all about, particularly the random function. And incidentally, the whole idea of this is that it's so boring, so monotonous, and that hopefully it will send you to sleep. So, click on Latin, and up comes a fantastic Latin word, and luckily enough it doesn't give a translation. We may have several problems as we go along, because particularly for the Scots Gaelic one, I don't want to have a translation on the first button that I hit. I'd like to sort of have a guess, see what it means. So in this case, it's giving me Tintin Abamor. Tintin Abamor. Yep. Tintin Abamor. First person plural, imperfect, passive indicative of Tintino. Tintino. My Latin isn't great. I have no idea what that means. So let's see what it does. It means a ring. Tintino. Maybe if you speak Italian that would have been easy for you. It wasn't for me. Okay. Let's have another go. See what happens. We'll hit Latin again. Renorum. Renuerum. It's probably the best way to say it. Renuerum. First person singular perfect or renuo. Renuo. No idea what that means. Anything like the English word. Probably something to do with renovation. Renewal. Let's see what happens. Alternate form of renewal. Okay. I shake the head as a sign of refusal, or I refuse, decline, disapprove, or reject. nothing to do with renewal. Which is fair enough. Okay, you get the general idea. Now, let's have a look at some bad pronunciation. Let's go to German and see what happens. Boykottiert. Boykottiert. I presume it's something to do with boycotting. Boykottieren. Boykottieren. Second person plural. And we'll go in and see. Yeah, it's pretty easy to boycott. Boykottieren. Alright. Let's go for another German word. Sphera. Absolute spelling of Sphera, which I presume is sphere. Yeah. It's a pretty simple one as well. Okay. So you get the idea. Now, let's have some fun with some Scottish Gaelic. Scots Gaelic is, well, it's imported into present-day Scotland by Irish settlers in the medieval period, and left alone for a couple of centuries, and then comes back to Ireland in the 17th century with a lot of settlers coming over and mixing with English as well, back in Scotland. So that's pretty much what happens when Irish is left alone for a few centuries in the Highlands. That's pretty much how you get Scottish Gaelic. So we'll hit it and see what it comes up. And here we go. This is what I didn't want to happen. Gives you a word, and then it tells you what it means. So that's not what I want. I'm going to have a guess. Have some fun playing around. Like this one. Okay. Lenivgilla. Lenivgilla. Or Lanivgilla. Probably Laniv. Okay, so it's a genitive singular form of Lanivgilla. Gilla, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what that is, if I think it's right from Irish, but Laniv is the Irish for baby, or small child. So I would imagine it's got something to do with that. Laniv Gilla. Of Gilla in Old Irish could mean of. Gilla Christ, of Christ. Bit of a common component of some second names in Irish. Anyway, something to do with baby or children. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Lanivgilla, baby boy. Gilla has nothing to do with boy in original Irish, which just goes to show you how languages can get corrupted when taken out of their original context. Okay, that was a good one. Let's try again. Another random word, please, from Scottish Gaelic Dictionary. And we get a Shomar, which means a nursery. Shomar, Scottish Gaelic. The original Irish is Shomra. Basically, you just switch over the last two letters. Okay, we don't want that because it gave me the translation. Diafar, Scots Gaelic. Genitive singular form of Diofar. Jafar? I'd say Jafar. I would imagine that has something to do with brother, because the Irish for brother is Derfar or Drahar, depending on your provincial pronunciation. So let's see what happens. No, it's Diafar or Jiffer. It means difference or variety. There you go. Completely wrong. Well done, Covernook. Alright, let's have another go. Another random word gives us Coara. This is a pretty easy one because Coara means spoken word. Sometimes it can mean singing pronunciation. Coara. And we click it and see. And I'm completely wrong again, apparently. Coara means mark or the sign in Scots Gaelic. Alright, ass kicked here by Scots Gaelic. Let's try another one again. Let's give us what that is. Suffix. Not good. Can I have a word that doesn't have a translation, please? Talaf. Genitive singular form of talaf. Now, talaf. There's a couple of words that sound like this in Irish. Talaf can mean ground. What am I thinking at that moment? Talaf, something to do with ground or landscape or flatness, maybe. I could be completely wrong. Let's see. See. I was only testing you, really. Talaf, from the Old Irish talaf, meaning planet or earth or soil or ground. Secondary uses land, country, and territory. Fantastic. There you go. I'm not completely insane. So that's great. I've never learned Scots Gaelic, by the way, so all of this is coming from the similarities it has to the original Irish. Grúnjach, wade or paddle. That's not good because it told me what it was. Let's have another one. Greenstadt. So what's this? What's the original word? Greenstadt, yeah, okay. Literally means sun stop. From Old Irish, sláinte, which means cheers, which is a very common word. I think I've probably said it before. That's what you say if you're raising a drink to somebody. Sláinte. Cheers. It literally means health. Good health upon you. It's a nice word. Same in Irish. Okay, here's a good one. Ach dria. Ach dria. Genitive singular form of ach dri. Ach dri. Now, this is a tricky one. It's two words, ach and dri. Ach can literally mean a lot of things. It's kind of like a prefix to a lot of words. You can change the subsequent component that comes after it. Dri. I wonder if that has anything to do with Old Irish drew, which is sometimes used for druids, the myths and stories. I'll go with druid, see what happens. Not really connected, but you can see that it has some associated meanings with history. Okay. Fair enough. Let me try again. Bertclo, Berton Clo, plural of Bertclo. Bert can mean two, then plural two. Chlo, I'm not too sure what that is. There's a word I can think of as clay in Irish, which means lift. No idea. Let's see. Printing press. Okay. Bertclo, Berton Clo. Let's do one more just for the hell of it. See what happens. Alright. Einshachan. Einshachan. Plural form of Einshach. Einshach. Right. In Irish, Einach is kind of like a fair or a market or like a summer fair where everyone gets together, kind of an assembly. Einach, where business is done, fun is had. Einshach could be something to do with that, or it could be a weird Scottish Gaelic version of Aontach, which kind of means lovely or beautiful or very well. I'll go with the two of those. Einshach. Which apparently means a stupid woman. Einshach. And is associated with Amadon. Amadan means fool in Irish. Amadan. It's what you would call somebody if you were cursing them or saying something nasty about them. You'd call them an Amadan Ufos, an awful fool. I suppose the modern equivalent would be an idiot or a gobshite or just an asshole, a stupid asshole. So that's what Amadan means. So there you go, you learn something new every day in Scots Gaelic. Somebody's an Ainshach means it's a stupid woman. So now you can go and insult the next stupid Scottish person who is a female that you meet. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's getting pretty boring now. Let's just do an Irish one to see what it says. Capital, genitive singular form of capital. Now, that's a perfect example of what I call makey-uppy modern Irish. Irish being a very ancient language means that any kind of word from the modern world that is introduced is generally just spelt in Irish ways but pronounced the same way as it is in English. So capital just means capital. Yeah. Economics, business, finance. Let's do another one. There's another one. Jaguar or Jaguar in Irish means jaguar in English. No shit, Sherlock. Making up the Irish word. Give us another one. Barbage. Barbade. Yeah, Barbade means barbet. It's another one. Come on, give us something interesting and old. On media. Or on me means animal. On V, actually, would be the best way to say it. On V. I don't know that one. Forty shore. Forester. Again, another makey uppy one. You can see the English influence. Let's try one more. Cub Shalvok or Cuv Shalvok. Sometimes a B one's like that. If it's really old Irish, it's just pronounced to be Cuv Shalvok. Falcon's Muse. It's pretty cool. Cuv Shalvok. What the hell? Another one. Reba or Reva. Middle Irish meaning hair or bristle. Reva or Reba. So that's pretty much my very quick play with the Wiktionary, the random function. Hopefully it's been so boring that you're already asleep, in which case I will say good luck, take care of yourself, and hopefully it won't be too long until I talk to you again. Okay?